Hi guys, I will tell you why prayer is useless. Now wake up and listen because no God will save you. You have to stand up for yourself. I'll give you several reasons why prayer is useless. First reason is in this brutal world, devout believers die in disasters. They are not spared by tsunamis, earthquakes, storms, fires, plane crashes, etc. The other reason is during wars, worshippers are wiped out in any war. Countless people die. They are all regular, faithful believers. And the other reason, there are criminals everywhere. They kill without consequence. Praying will not stop the tsunami or an earthquake or a storm. It will not shield you from bullets in a war or scare off your attackers. If God exists, He will be omniscient. That means He knows everything that is happening, knows your every need before you can whisper it. So no prayer is required, yet suffering is exploding. If it doesn't exist, you are screaming at empty air. In both cases, whether God exists or not, prayer is useless. It changes nothing, it saves no one. Now let us take down prayer logically. Why do you even bother to pray? Logic destroys it. Prayer is a pathetic scam. If God exists, He knows everything. He knows your terror, what danger is approaching you, what the killer is intending to do, what help you need. And why do you grovel? An omniscient God doesn't need your prayer to help you. If not, you are screaming at shadows. Both ways, prayer is a total worthless crap. It fuels your doom. Instead of praying to God to stop the assailant, do something. Kick the assailant in the balls if you can. Maybe that will stop him. Gods are doors, prayers are poison. Begging for divine help is the coward's last act before the knife pierces his belly. Don't beg the heavens, says the power. Gods are fiction for the faithful. You are the only force that can change your life. Now let me tell you about serial killers and their victims who are religious and faithful. Think of the serial killers like Ted Bundy, who raped and murdered dozens of women. Many of his victims were good, God fearing girls. Prayer didn't stop the knife. There are serial killers and mass murderers everywhere, and no God came down to stop them. If prayer worked, you would see bodies resurrected mid massacre, guns jammed in the middle of war, rapists dropping dead the moment they touched a child. But we don't. All we see is blood, grief, and useless prayers. Now let me speak about the historical subjugation of women. Religion has not protected women, it has dominated them, controlled them, burned them. Thousands of women were labeled witches and burned alive, accused, convicted, and executed by religious authorities. In India, the custom of sati or widow burning forced widows to burn on their husbands' pyres, all in the name of religion and tradition. Many religious doctrines treated women as property, allowed sex slavery, and normalized submission. If God was there to protect women, where was He during the witch hunts and the sati fires, the force manages the honor killings? Witch burnings, sex slavery, and child exploitation. Ancient history, across history, women were hanged, tortured, and burned because They challenged authority, spoke their mind, or were simply different. In Europe, 30 to 50,000 women were tortured and burned alive at the stake by men claiming to act in the name of God. They bought, sold, and abused women as slaves, concubines, and war prizes or war booty. Thousands of Indian women were carried away to be sold in the markets of Middle East as sex slaves by foreign invaders from Central Asia and the Middle East. In the past, old men married 8-year-old girls. Then that old man grows. The girl becomes a child widow and suffers all her life, ill-treated and starved, and her presence is considered as inauspicious. She is not allowed on any auspicious occasions. Even today, child exploitation and sexual abuse continue in the same places where religion preaches purity and protection. Religious institutions shield predators while children suffer. No prayer ever stopped a child from being molested. No hymn ever blocked a predator's hand. Take the case of a pediatrician in America who molested 100 children. Some of them were only 3 months old. Now let us consider child safety and pedophiles, Epstein style. Think of Jeffrey Epstein, the network of rich, powerful pedophiles who trafficked and abused children behind the walls of mansions and private islands. They committed crimes without fear because they knew no God would strike them down. They knew no lightning bolt will come down from heaven and hit them. In India, every year, 100,000 children are sexually abused, and most cases never even reach the courts. Religion does not protect children. Silence, shame, and blind faith protects predators. Now I will tell you why young people should not be religious. Dear young people, from the cradle they tell you, say this prayer, follow this ritual, obey this book. At home, in school, in temples and churches, they condition your mind to obey, not to question religious beliefs. They fill your head with fear of hell, of sin, of displeasing God, so you never grow a backbone of your own. If you're lucky, no one abuses you in the name of religion. If you're not, the same voice that says God loves you also tells you to stay silent when someone touches you. The same God that protects you sends you to ashrams, gurukul, and churches where predators hide behind robes. You are not born to be a slave of ancient texts. You are born with a brain, a body, and a right to decide what to believe. Without fear and without guilt, stop letting grown ups in houses of religion decide your mind for you. God exists. He doesn't need you to chant on command. If he doesn't, then you're just surrendering your freedom to people who want your obedience. Question everything. Protect your life, your body, and future. Don't be a docile believer. Be a critical thinker. Your safety, your choices, and your identity must be yours. And your parents, not your priests, not your gods. Now I will tell you why women should not depend on divine help. Dear woman, if you sit back and wait for divine protection, you will become the prey. Rapists do not fear God. They fear someone who can fight back, who can scream, who can run, who can strike. Religion has not protected women from rape, domestic violence, or trafficking. You can either rely on yourself or you will rely on the hands of your attacker. Survival is not given, it is taken. Train your body like a weapon, mind like a trap. Rage against weakness, your family, your life. Defend it brutally. Become the beast that lives. Fight like a savage from today. Skills, awareness, courage. That is what saves you. Not chance, not tears, not folded hands. My final message: there is no God, no mercy, only action. Prayers are empty ghosts. Faith is a comfort for the weak, but the strong rely on action. If God exists, He has already seen the world's suffering and done nothing. If He doesn't exist, you're completely alone. In both cases, the only thing that matters is you. You have one life. Protect it, defend it, fight for it. Stop relying on divine help. Stop relying on yourself. Thank you.